Kumbalangi Nights, an endearing tale of three hopeless brothers with no woman and another house that has witnessed a new male member after a very long time. What happens when the male of the former house and the female of the latter fall in love? The alpha male, Fahad, hits the nail of toxic masculinity, just how it needs to be. He expects his woman to be servile, oppressed, and sanskari. Sobin, another lead of the movie, pulls off quite easily as a man with no hope of hope and self-respect. Adding to this is the humor that emerges from the harsh realities of life. The movie offers a beautiful insight into what masculinity does to the men practicing it and how they are played out usually, often going unnoticed or accepted as normal. Ishq, a classic tale on what happens when male's ego is hurt. The movie begins by two young lovers who decide to celebrate one of their birthdays by a long drive. The young couple is harassed and blackmailed by a man disguised as a cop. The lingering question throughout the film is what happened inside the car between his girlfriend and the disguised cop. What happens when the protagonist's masculinity is challenged? Forms the rest of the movie. Do not miss the climax of the movie. The icing on the cake is there. Joseph. A thriller developed around a murder. Joseph is rather a calm movie with no airy background score or sudden background music to scare you. Yet, the movie will keep you gripping. The beginning scene of the movie takes you into a rather shabby appearance of the house, coupled with the actor's unkempt beard, hair, and his early morning drinking habit. The opening scene is a classic way to portray his depth of sorrow and loneliness. Throughout the film, he poses to be a man who tends to have lost everything in life, even the will to live. However, how he knits the murder sequence into an interesting picture of something more dangerous of the medical world forms the second half of the movie. Driving License, a wonderful entertainer. Driving License, starring Prithviraj and Suraj, might be a good choice on your otherwise hectic days. There is one villain and one hero, and we really do not know who is who, and neither do we know who is the protagonist is. On one hand, we have a man stricken with privilege. There is another one who needs to be servile and needs to bow down to any higher authority. The female lead of the film, Mia, quite easily pulls off as an average, uneducated middle-class woman. With every passing scene, your excitement levels build up, and it is amusing to see how effortlessly the director pulls off with his intelligent writing and adept editing skills. However, the director has taken the safe side of projecting Amma as a group of supporting men who were accused of misogynist in the aftermath of harassment of a popular Malayalam actress. Watch the irony play. Ayappan Kosham. Ayappan Kosham is what happens when two people's ego gets hurt. Deft editing, intelligent writing in this movie will amaze you how the director has simply used just one concept, ego, throughout the film. The plain and the raw clash of ego can leave you amazed. There is really no other message here but to watch out which ego wins. Sachi's direction sure needs a standing ovation. Do not miss out on the title track and background score. We bet that we will be the next song on your loop. Charlie, an intense character portrayed by Dulquer Salmaan. This movie is a delight to watch. Charlie is all about the positive side of life. It is refreshing and full of life. The light feel-good movie has Parvati as a female lead who portrays the role quite easily and effortlessly. Android Kunjappan. It is interesting to see how a robot is not even in the bigger cities of Kerala, but in small village of the state. The residents of the city are in awe of the intelligence of this small robot. They admire him for his smartness, but at the same time make fun of him when he walks around without wearing clothes. What essentially happens when a robot is made to live like other residents and is expected to behave in a way such that he will be accepted by the society is a very amusing and funny to watch. This robot is going to turn out to be the one we all would like to grow. Watch this for a good dosage of laughter. Ambili, a man loved by everyone in his village for his childishness. He touches lives and is selflessly caring, easily carried away by flattery. It is these traits about him that will make you fond of him. Both Ambili and his childhood friend Bobby set out on a journey. Bobby is an acclaimed social media sensation for his cycling skills. Ambili's love for Bobby is selfless, but Bobby does not see Ambili the same way. Yet, when both of them set out on the same journey, their approach and philosophy of the life are juxtaposed, making us think who exactly is the bigger man. Jallikattu. There is mad running, there is violence, there is madness. The mad rush for killing the beast by the residents of the village will leave you exhausted and pulsating. There is unrelenting energy throughout the movie to kill the buffalo that escapes from the butcher. The film turns into a mission to establish the alpha male status between two men who courted the same woman. Virus, a must-watch movie, especially in the present times. The movie is a medical thriller based on the Nipah virus outbreak in 2018. The movie is directed by Ashik Abu and beautifully narrates how the government functioned in the darkest time of Kerala. The emotional elements of death and illness is very effectively portrayed in the movie. This movie will have you seen clapping at the end, we bet. These 10 Malayalam movies is a classic start to your journey into exploring Bollywood. Simple yet power-packed, all of these movies are carefully listed to make you feel good, lighter and anxious-free. Have a good day.